You are listening to the Your Empty Nest Coach podcast with Coach Christine, episode number 65, Becoming the CEO of Your Life, part 2 of 5, Your Protector's Job. I work with mothers of high school students and beyond who are in the trenches with sad and possibly overwhelming thoughts about what their life will look like when their baby heads to college and begins to leave the nest. My client's big question is, what will I do with my time? Is this you? I've been there and I get it. Empowering you to write the next jaw-dropping, amazing chapter in your life is my passion. I am energized by leading you in the process of exploration and am thrilled when you unlock the power that lies within you. This podcast is my gift to you. Happy Valentine's Day, my friend. February 14th. Your feelings about Valentine's Day are based on your thoughts about it. But you knew that already, didn't you? If you are not feeling positive about today, try changing your thoughts to something you like and believe. If you are feeling miserable, it is completely your choice to stay that way. Okay, I'm giving you love today. Granted, it is tough love, but I do hope that this day brings you peace and joy. And remember, if you want some flowers, you can buy yourself some flowers. Do you know that you can leave me audio feedback at any time through my SpeakPipe link? If you find yourself talking back to me during an episode, why don't you really share your thoughts with me? You'll find the link to do this in the description of the episode. On Apple Podcasts, click Details. On Spotify, click See More. On Overcast, press the I for Information button. Get the idea? Of course, I always have full show notes with links to anything I discuss in the episode and a full episode transcription on my website. Those reside at youremptynestcoach.com/P for podcast and 65 for this number's episode. I can't wait to hear from you. Thanks. Thank you. It's time to thank our sponsor. This episode is sponsored by my community, the Green Popsicle Sticks. Ready to find the GPS of your life? Then sign up for my Thursday Thoughts About email, where you will gain immediate access to the GPS Life Principles document and will receive a link to join our community. And it's all free. See the link in this episode's show notes or head to my website, youremptynestcoach.com, and click the Thursday Thoughts About button to get started. See you there. This episode is part 2 of a 5-part series titled Become the CEO of Your Life. If you haven't yet listened to the first part, I encourage you to do that now. Look for episode number 64. I won't repeat all of my fair warnings that I include in that episode. Just know as I continue that I assume you understand the concepts I've introduced earlier. All good? Great. Today we are talking about our protector's job role, or their job description, and what they are responsible for in this sizable analogy about our mind. I'm led to think that our protector has the significant role of looking at the happenings outside of our fence and to report back to us by sending us thought deliveries for our consideration to our home. Did you catch the for our consideration portion? The problem here is that most humans are run by their protector. We aren't conscious enough to see that A, we have a protector, and B, that our thoughts are optional, which means we never get to a point where we can train our protector in a way to effectively use our mind's fantastic power to best serve us. If I lost you already, you might want to skip back and listen to that again. I'm very passionate about this too. Becoming the CEO of your life begins when you set in motion the process to restore the balance of energy in your mind the way it should be. It's a process that requires a complete overhaul in how you operate with your protector. Have you ever been in a job where a new boss comes in and some employees fiercely protect the way they have always done things because they are afraid their life will be more difficult and they will lose any bit of power they may have? Your protector is kind of like that, not considering that in the end, the relationship between them and the boss will make their life easier. And you know all the work we've been doing observing our thoughts up until now. I'd like you to consider that we've actually been observing the work of our protector. It's now time to train them lovingly in a way that best serves us. Why is this important? It's important because the balance of power impacts the energy in our mind, which impacts everything in our life. Stay with me here. Imagine the light in your house. Yes, we're talking about your mind here, that it has a dimmer switch. When your protector is in control, the switch goes dark. And only what the protector decides is important is what you see, with maybe the help of their flashlight. To increase the light, we need to restore the balance of energy. The more you become conscious by observing your thoughts and beginning to train your protector, the brighter your house becomes, allowing you to see things you never saw before. Does this make sense? To recap, your protector provides you with thought deliveries to consider based on what is happening outside of your fence. And your consciousness is indicative of how much power you have given to your protector. While your protector always has your best interest in mind, they don't need to be in high alert mode at all times. They can be trained to trust that you can make decisions that will be good for you, maybe even better for you. For example, when your child gets an F on a project, your protector may send you a thought that they will fail out of school, which makes you feel completely lousy. And is it even true? It's one project. I mean, you gotta love the protector. They're really trying. Have I lost you yet? I'm curious if 6 months from now, if this big analogy I'm working on will resonate well with others, or if you will help me to refine it to create even more clarity. I'm on this journey with you, and you are getting these concepts as they become clear in my mind in the hopes that they assist you. My friend, there is even more to learn about our protector in the upcoming episodes. Next time, we'll talk about the modes of the protector. Yes, we are getting closer to becoming the CEO of our life. I promise. Don't rush this if you aren't getting it. Send me audio feedback if you have a question, because I bet someone else has the same question. I'll address it in an upcoming episode. The questions I have for you in this episode are, has your protector gone rogue? And has your imagery changed since the last episode? I invite you to share your answers to these questions for inclusion on an upcoming episode by using my SpeakPipe link, which you will find in the episode description mentioned earlier. Or fly on over to our Facebook group to share your answers to these questions with our amazing flock. Our Facebook group name is Green Popsicle Sticks. Want to know why? Listen to episode number 17 or head to my website, youremptynestcoach.com/community for links to join our flock. We look forward to seeing you there. Thanks. Thank you. A huge shout out to my GPS execs, the executive producers of my podcast. Visit my website or see my show notes for a link to learn how you may become a GPS exec, where you will gain bonus access to me and more. As always, I provide content to make you think, my empty nest friend. My hope is that I am able to provide you with thoughts that positively impact your life. Are you able to screenshot this episode now? If so, take a minute to do that and then share it on social media to help others find it. That would be incredibly helpful. Be sure to tag me at Empty Nest Coach so I may personally thank you. If you enjoyed this episode, I invite you to take a moment to subscribe to this podcast. It is free. And my empty nest friend, please remember that you are amazing. See ya. Sorry. I get so excited about this. Adding words as I go, that's never good for my speaking.